Hey guys, it's Lisa from FlatStomachExercises.com. It's been a while since I've done a video for this channel and I apologize for that, but I got an email this morning that really has prompted me to do this video. It was from a teenager, and I get a ton of emails from teenagers. I never realized how much of an impact my site would have on teens. I didn't realize I had such a large teen audience until I started getting so many emails. And this particular email, it wasn't anything different about this email until I got to the very end of it. It was from a teenager, a female. She didn't mention her age, but I would assume she's somewhere between 12 and 16. And apparently she's overweight and has been getting teased in school, and she was real upset because she can never find a boyfriend, and the kids are always calling her names and it's really hurting her. But at the end of the email, this is why I'm doing this video, and this is, I think a lot of you can learn something from this. At the end of the email, she said, if we only didn't have supermodels on TV, basically, all these skinny actresses and skinny people on TV, then we wouldn't have anybody to compare ourselves to. As if, let's just get rid of all the skinny people and then everybody can be happy. Was basically what she was saying. She just felt the need to compare herself to those magazines, to those books, and so it makes her feel worse about her own weight. Now, listen to how that sounds. And basically, I can't remember exactly what I told her, but I'm just going to sum up some things that I talked about to her on this video. You're never going to be able to get rid of all the skinny people in the world. The supermodels aren't going anywhere. The media is always going to favor the skinny people. We can't change how the media, scrutinizes people's weight. There's nothing we as regular citizens can do about that. But we can do something about our own self-esteem and how we treat ourselves. She mentioned in her email that she has never had a boyfriend, because of her weight. And one of the things I was telling her was that when I was in high school, I had several friends and knew of several girls who were overweight. Some of them always had a boyfriend. Always had a boyfriend. More than me. And I was skinny, And, so people, so I say to her, I said, well, so what's the difference? Here you are, you're mentioning you're overweight. I have a bunch of friends that are overweight that have boyfriends. The difference is self-esteem, self-confidence. When a lot of times when people are, when they don't feel good about themselves, whether it's weight, whether it's something else, they carry themselves differently. They feel bad about themselves. So they're overweight, their shoulders are hunched down, they walk with their head down, and they carry themselves very poorly. So guess what? People who tease, who also have low self-esteem, by the way, what you may not realize is that people who are teasing, they're angry. They're probably more upset than you. So they look for weak people to tease to make themselves feel better. That's really what teasing is all about. And I didn't understand that when I was 13, 14. All I cared about is that I was tired of being teased. Because I may not be, overweight, but I was teased actually in school for being underweight. I was called all kinds of names. And let me tell you guys, whether you're skinny or whether you're fat, name calling hurts. It hurts because you don't fit in. It means you look different than everybody else and you just don't fit in. And a lot of people will say, what do you know? You don't know what it's like to be fat. I don't know what it's like to be overweight, but I know what it's like to not fit in. And if someone had only really taught me the importance of just really loving who I was and not caring about what other people thought, then it would have made all the difference in the world. So going back to what I was saying about with the girls in my high school who never had trouble getting boyfriends, all of them, if I think back to them, their weight, they were like, they knew they were overweight, but they didn't let that define who they were. You know what I mean? And they carried themselves differently. They walked with their shoulders back. When somebody said something, they usually had a smart remark right back at them. And it showed that it didn't bother them. So guess what? The teasers, they couldn't stand that. They wanted the feedback. People tease you. They look for weak people because they want to upset you to make them feel better. So when they see that those words can't get to you, they move on. So that's what, in essence, happened with these girls. So when you have high self-esteem, when you're confident about who you are, the teasers can't get in. It's like there's a wall. They see they can't penetrate you, so they move on. So I know a lot of you are asking, well, how do you learn to love yourself? I see myself in the mirror, and first things first, There's nothing wrong with wanting to be fit and healthy. If you're a size 16, let's say, and you want to be a size 10 because you think you'll look better as a size 10. There's nothing wrong with setting goals for weight loss. But the problem comes in when you start comparing yourself to the magazines, to the TV. And I know it's hard not to do that, excuse me, because the media does it. And, you know, I'm not a parent, so I'm not going to even know what it's like to be a parent. But I wish more parents would take the time to teach their children at a young age how it's not about how you look. It's about your personality. It's about, focus on your strengths. And so many kids, they put all of their emphasis in their looks. So when they get out into, the real world, and when they're in school, they're taught that it's all about how you look. And that's when you get into problems, because your self-worth is defined by your weight. And as I said, there is nothing wrong with wanting to tone up, but you can still want to tone up, but still love yourself and walk with your head held high and realize that you may be overweight, but it doesn't define your whole self-worth. You're still smart, you're still funny, you still enjoy doing things, you're still good at sports. But, and see, what people need to realize is that weight loss is 90% mental. If it was just about the physical, if it was just about going to the gym and eating right, everybody would be fit. Because we know what we need to do, right? But not everybody, but more people would be fit. But the reason why so many people have trouble staying motivated is because their motivation comes from the wrong source. If someone is nagging you, telling you, oh, you got to look weight and calling your names, or you got a deadbeat boyfriend that's threatening to leave you if you don't lose weight, if you're comparing yourself to people and saying, how come I can't look like her? Look at me, I look gross. If that's your motivation, you will never stay motivated to eat right and exercise, because it's coming from a negative source. When you love yourself, when you have self-esteem, and it is possible to have self-esteem and be good self-esteem and be overweight. A lot of people don't realize that. They say, oh, I'm overweight, there's no way I can love myself. You can appreciate yourself and love yourself and still be overweight. It is definitely possible. And one way to do it is to start off by journaling and writing down every night 5, 10 things that you like about yourself. And do that for a month, 2 months time. And over time, that will begin to change how you feel about yourself from the inside out. You start focusing less on the outside and focus more on the inside. And when your insides are healthy, you're much more motivated to exercise, to eat right. And it's so much easier. But if your motivation is coming from a place of negativity, like comparison, trying to please a deadbeat boyfriend who can't love you for who you are, those types of things will never motivate you to exercise, because it's coming from the wrong place. So I hope this video has helped, especially the teens. I wish I'd had someone when I was 12, 13 to explain to me the importance of just learning to get yourself right, because you can't change what people are going to say about you, because I guarantee when you lose weight, if you have low self-esteem, they're going to find something else to tease you about. So it's all about getting yourself right first. That way, no matter what's going on, you'll be fine, and you can just dust your shoulders off when those negative comments come your way. So good luck, guys, and learn to love yourself. Your life will change dramatically. Good luck. Bye-bye.